Welcome, fellow YouTuber. This is episode 4 of our Let's Play series on Cold Waters. We are in command of the USS Omaha, SSN 692, Los Angeles class submarine, and we are attempting to insert a US Navy SEAL team near Murmansk, I believe is how it's pronounced, a large Russian seaport. And so without further ado, let's jump right in. We are currently returning to Holy Loch Scotland. Here we will refit and rearm for a Navy SEAL or US Navy SEAL insertion deployment. Once we reach Holy Loch Scotland, we are informed that Denmark has fallen in the initial invasion of the USSR. The situation has become more dire as NATO forces cannot stem the USSR's offensive early. If we are going to retaliate, we need to deliver this SEAL team, or US Navy SEAL team, promptly to disrupt enemy movement and supply behind enemy lines. So we will head directly to our target in the north of Russia. We are able to avoid all contacts and arrive to our destination. Our XO is reporting a depth of 600 feet on a heading of 200 degrees at 20 knots. Local conditions are calm with overcast, currently a weak surface duct and very weak thermal layer at 199 feet. We have surfaced the ship to identify all targets quickly. This is going to be a risky maneuver and will potentially allow us to be a very easily target or easily detected. For the most part, we are finding that most of the contacts are not a threat to us. We're going to fire a UGM-84 cruise missile at a Partetson AP USSR cargo ship. This is moving away from us, and an MK-48 at a Kervik FFG USSR class destroyer. We will take a large risk in firing the cruise missile first, as we want the Kervik to detect us and close on us, hoping that they are unaware that we have already launched a torpedo at them. The idea being that as the torpedo has already been launched and is active, they actually ram into it unintentionally. However, this becomes a grave situation for us as we immediately are located and have 2 torpedoes locked onto us. We don't have much room to maneuver, and we are hit on the starboard side and sustain significant damage to our engine, propeller, and dive planes. We have to use as much speed as we can and hope that we can outrun the second torpedo. We'll have to focus now on our objective and forget about going above and beyond the Call of Duty. We are able to deliver the SEAL team, and now it's time to get out of here. World News is reporting that Murmansk is in flames and the US NATO Special Forces are wreaking havoc behind enemy lines with great success. Perhaps we can regain the ground we have lost in Denmark. However, for us to continue to play a role in this particular war, we must make the long trip back to Holy Loch Scotland, and the USSR knows we are in their backyard now and wounded. They smell blood and they're coming for us. In fact, we don't make it far before we are ambushed by a Kilo and Romeo class submarine. In our wounded state, we're going to have to be hyper-aggressive and eliminate both targets quickly in order to have a chance. We are able to lock onto the Kilo quickly and acquire our target quickly by activating our MK-48 torpedo as soon as possible as we increase to flank and turn hard to port. This allows us to dodge their torpedo or torpedoes. We will now hunt for the Romeo contact, and once we have it on sonar, we don't delay firing on that bearing. We detect and activate our torpedo quickly. We are out of torpedoes now, and they have launched 3 against us. Our best hope is to take the sub and try to go to flank, turning to starboard, and hope that we can get out of the detectable range or else suffer a direct hit again that most likely would sink us. Again, we are interdicted by Soviet forces trying to get home from Murmansk. We identify a Krista, and we fire directly on her. As she is sinking, we discover 2 more contacts, a Kara and another Krista. We match bearings and fire on them. They have no idea where we are right now, and both of them are hit and sunk. However, we make an error in trying to surface the ship and end up being detected by a Soviet helicopter, and we attempt to outrun it and dodge it. Using knuckles is what ends up helping us the most in the long run. But eventually, air-to-surface depth charges start being used as we are running away from these torpedoes. We again are engaged by a surface fleet that detected the naval base's distress call. 2 Soviet-class Kashins, a Riga and a Adnizvin, I believe I pronounced that right, cargo vessel, are en route to provide aid. We will focus on taking out the military vessels that pose the greatest threat to us first, and then take care of the cargo vessel. As we are firing a torpedo in haste, due to the tension, we actually have misidentified a ship, and it is a neutral fishing trawler. We need to redirect the torpedo, and just as we're doing so, we lose the wire just in the nick of time. If you enjoyed this content, please comment and subscribe in order to get feedback and open discussion up on videos of this nature. I sincerely hope that you enjoyed the video as much as we did in making it, and until next time, stay safe.